Alright, so here we go. So got a little more Sword Soul gameplay here. So first thing I do, whenever I get a 10 in my hand, I always try to make some 10 plays. So then that way I can kind of establish some 10 special effects later on throughout the match. Because I don't intend for them to be able to break through my board. And I assume that they're going to attack Monk Tenyi, and that'll be the best thing they can do. I never really assumed that they're going to be able to get through Baron and Shishao because of how much, because of how many negates and things that I'm going to put on the field. So I'm going to place impermanence. I'm going to use Maxi on their turn to try to limit them from making plays. And then I'll also still have the effect of Shishao to negate a monster, and then I'll summon Baron de la Flor, or Baron de Flor. I don't know why I always say La in there. But yeah, Baron de Flor. And once I use the effect of Baronne de Flor, I basically use that as my negate to negate whatever they try to do to basically pop my field, and then I use Shishao and whatever other cards that I have, like this card right here, stops him from wiping my field with right Geki. So Baron de Flor um, would stop that, and then I would use Shishao as a monster negate, and also the infinite impermanence. So typically, I would use Shishao first, and then I would use Impermanence, just because in case they get rid of Shishao, then I could always just use my Impermanence to negate their effects. But I didn't need to negate the effects because this monster doesn't do anything um, that I would need to worry about. Only time I would need to negate the effects of this monster is if they're replacing something behind it. So so I go ahead and send this card back, and I don't care that my Baron's gone. I got enough cards in my hand to continue to make plays. So I bounce that card back to his hand, send Adhara to bounce back Vashuda into my hand. I don't actually need Vashuda right now. I was just going to use the effect to send another card from his field back to his hand again. So then that way I can kind of loop the effect and then just get his health as low as I can get it in the process. So I summoned Dragite. Since he got rid of my Baron, Dragite will be my negate that I get. And then I go ahead and summon Lung Yuan. And then I go into Chen Ying. And this card right here is super hard to remove off the field. So I burn them for 1200 and they instantly scoop. They weren't going to be able to beat over this. So GG's, buddy. Yugi.